Officer Jonathan Harris was taken aback as he stumbled upon the handwritten note left on his table by the 9-year-old boy he had recently conversed with. Had it been any other child with a different tale, it might not have affected him as deeply. However, the fact that he was personally invested in this particular situation left him feeling queasy. He found it hard to fathom how circumstances had spiraled to such an extent. Officer Harris, a dedicated deputy at the Florida State Police Department, cherished his role. Through the years, he cultivated an appreciation for life's simple pleasures, among which was his daily ritual of stopping by the local coffee shop on his way to work. This routine, upheld for over a decade, afforded him a tranquil moment before the demands of the day set in. However, a particular visit to the shop left an indelible mark on him. On that day, Officer Harris adhered to his usual routine, making his way to the familiar coffee shop for a cup of coffee and a bagel. While relishing his breakfast, he observed the arrival of two individuals, a mother and her young son, who seated themselves nearby. Though they appeared to be just another pair enjoying a meal like him, there was something about them that captured his attention. Driven by his ingrained investigative instincts from years of training, Officer Harris decided to observe them for a while. He noted details such as their attire and food choices, picking up on subtle hints like the mother having coffee but no food while the boy got everything he asked for. These observations sparked thoughts in the officer's mind. The boy, who appeared happy, chatted with his mom as he devoured his food. Yet, Officer Harris sensed stress on the mother's face each time the boy ordered. She was clearly calculating everything that would be added to the bill. Officer Harris wondered why she'd bring her son out if she was worried about prices. Another aspect intrigued him. Something about the mother kept his attention, though he couldn't pinpoint what. Did he know her from somewhere? Had they met before? As he pondered this, time was running out, leaving him unsure if he uncovered the answers. The officer waited until the last moment before getting his bill. But as he prepared to leave, an excited child's voice stopped him. It was the boy. Looking up, Officer Harris was shocked, feeling a mix of curiosity and concern. It turned out that the little boy was fascinated by the officer's field, and the officer was happy to fill in with information. Despite Officer Harris' initial belief that it was a simple conversation, the boy had an ulterior motive. He discreetly placed a note on the table during their chat, and Stewart, engrossed in sharing stories, missed the child's hand gestures. Only after the boy left did he notice the envelope on the table. Unaware of the impending impact on his life, the officer eagerly opened the envelope, revealing a handwritten note from the boy. Initially, it seemed insignificant, but as he read on, the officer realized the boy's mother was facing troubles, and the boy was trying his best to help. The note explained that the mother and son regularly visited the coffee shop but were struggling that month. The mother had been fined after being pulled over by the police, despite explaining it was an emergency, and that her son had been hospitalized. Unable to afford breakfast and the fine, the boy sacrificed his savings to pay the fine. Suddenly, the officer remembered that he was the one who had fined the mother. He looked up to clarify the situation, but they had already left, leaving him conflicted about unintentionally causing them stress. Little did he know that this incident marked the beginning of a significant journey. Officer Harris had unwittingly become entangled in a scheme that would reshape his life and challenge everything he believed. Realizing the woman and her son had left the coffee shop, he rushed out to see if he would find them, but he didn't. Determined to make things right, Officer Harris committed himself to finding them. However, as days turned into weeks, locating the woman and her son became increasingly challenging. Waiting at the coffee shop daily yielded no results, and the officers informed spent all of their free time helping. Officer Harris then decided to obtain surveillance footage from nearby stores and gas stations to trace the woman's car. From what he could pull up from the records, he was looking for a silver 2016 Toyota Camry. After hours of investigation, they spotted a matching car leaving a nearby gas station. With anticipation, Officer Harris and another officer followed the coordinates in pursuit of the car. The pursuit led them to a desolate rural area. Eventually reaching an old house in the woods, the officers cautiously approached, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. As he entered, Officer Harris hoped this wasn't where the woman and her son lived due to its unsuitability. Yet, a sense of familiarity nagged at him as he explored the house. In a dimly lit room, Officer Harris found a photograph of a younger version of the woman smiling happily with a man and a little boy. Then it hit him. It was his childhood friend Ashley and her son. Memories flooded back of their shared adventures and promises. Officer Harris, determined to find Ashley and her son, left the house. Using gathered information, the officers continued the search, visiting places from their childhood. A breakthrough came when he received a call from an old acquaintance who had seen Ashley and her son seeking refuge in a shelter for families in need. Grateful for the information, Officer Harris rushed to the shelter. Arriving at the shelter, his heart pounded as he scanned the room for Ashley. Then, in the crowd, their eyes met. In a quiet corner, Ashley shared her struggles, including a devastating divorce, unexpected parent deaths, and financial hardship, leaving her and her son homeless. Officer Harris listened intently, vowing to help Ashley rebuild their lives, just as they had promised each other all those years ago. With a profound sense of duty waiting on him, Officer Harris resolved to waive the ticket and secure lodging for them. Later, he discovered that Ashley had named her son Matthew after him. Officer Harris' unwavering support for Ashley and Matthew garnered widespread attention, sparking a surge of community assistance. People rallied together, offering financial aid, employment opportunities, and housing solutions. Ashley was deeply touched by the outpouring of kindness, which helped stabilize their situation. Remaining true to his word, Officer Harris stood by Ashley and Matthew, offering guidance, companionship, and assurance as they embarked on a fresh start. In doing so, he found a renewed sense of purpose and fulfillment that had eluded him for years. Yet, amidst their newfound optimism, a troubling revelation emerged. Ashley's ex-husband, who had previously caused her pain, had been released from prison. Concerned for Ashley's safety, Officer Harris sprang into action. Collaborating with his colleagues, he bolstered security measures around Matthew and Ashley, intensified patrols in their neighborhood, and equipped Ashley with a panic button for immediate assistance. He remained steadfastly close, providing the mother and son with the protection and security they urgently needed. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your loved ones. Also press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.